the message that we've been waiting for a brand new beginning just for this season. Looks like Blood Moon may be in our future. The time to grind is now. We've finally gotten ourselves back into our favorite alliance inside of all of Call of Dragons. After our initial few days in Season 2, we were part of one of the stronger alliances as we explored Karazhan, but now we have been invited back to be a part of Blood Moon. But there's a problem. Do you remember what I said in my last video? And it asked us what zone that we wanted to choose to teleport into. I picked Crazen because it sounded cool. Well, that's because I was completely unaware of the fact that Blood Moon was in one of our neighboring regions called Enogad. This is a big mistake because I can't join over in Blood Moon until the passes are open, so I can't get my base and teleport it over to Enogad just yet. In addition, we can't even send our scouts outside of Karazhan either, so we're kind of stuck in this region, at least for right now. Luckily, the game does offer some type of a solution for this, but it will put us with a bit of a disadvantage. Yeah, we're talking about Resurging. So you can basically start over and it lets you switch regions. So when we did this, we were teleported over to a random part of Enogad, and not only that, we also had a lot of severely wounded troops, 80% or something like that, because some of the types of attacking we were doing previously. What's worse though is all of our policies were also reset and half of our prestige was returned. So we have to start grinding that again as well. This is a great reminder to never fall out of communication with your alliance. This is why Discord servers are in place. This is why alliances stay in touch. So you know where you're going, so you make part of the plan and you don't just go to a random place because it sounds cool. So now that we basically have to start all over again, we're going to start by sending out our scouts. We're going to clear out all this mist and make the whole region visible for us. After clearing a lot of the mist, we were able to find our home, find our alliance, and make our way over there, which is great because we can have some people protect us for someone that is healing 80% of the troops. However, keep in mind, all hope is not lost. Our heroes, they've not lost any of their power or their levels. They're still looking good. And the troops, healing them is free inside of the game. It just takes a little bit of time. So we're going to start picking away at that day by day. And within a week's time, all of our troops will be back. Actually, probably less than a week. If we log on enough, we should be able to do that in probably 4 days. And overall, it was worth the negative hit that we took to redo stuff, because now we're with Blood Moon, the alliance that we call home and where we really should have been from the start. Because we're still recovering from some of the battles that we had previously, we don't have all the troops that we need to engage in some battles now, so we're helping out with some alliance towers and building roads and just being as productive as we can be there. We noticed that Blood Moon, being the OP alliance that it is, has already captured a level 3 village, which gives us 2.5% hero XP bonus, and luckily it wasn't completely occupied yet, so we jumped in the opportunity to get those buffs right away. There's a countdown afterward that's going to let you have more of your alliance mates dive into the village and occupy the village with you. So we put our troops on standby, and as soon as the opportunity presented itself and it went to 0, we got to work. Typically, you have to defeat a bunch of dwarven guards to get in them. And a lot of you might think, why do we send so many different armies? But really, this is because we were at a severe handicap, really. And I couldn't afford to take any chances before the village was full of occupiers. Oh. 728,000. But hey, it's the little wins that count. We immediately got started finishing up our policies once again. We're a few days behind, but as I mentioned, it's well worth it. These mistakes will not be made again. As we move into the next season, communication is going to be there. We're not going to screw up. And obviously these policies are important because they're going to allow us to get our troops to be more efficient in really anything that we're doing, whether it's going after guards or gathering, whatever it is we want to do. Policies are going to enhance that. Now, if we take a look at the markers, it seems that we're gearing up to fight the elite bear. We have not done any behemoths here in quite a while. This is something exciting because it's always fun to capture behemoths so that you can utilize them in battles. Now, I mentioned in the last episode that we're going to explore the map as quickly as we can so that we don't have any mists. That way we can just kind of have a wide open space for us to work. And we're not going to waste any time. We're going to get these things done. We got a lot of gathering done. We dispelled a bunch of mist. And while doing that, we found ourselves a level 1 pass. By the end of our first day, we were finished dispelling all of the mist, which really, it actually wasn't too bad. All right, it's time for our valiant attack versus the bear. Damn. Looks like a lot of members from the Alliance showed up, and they're looking for mage and archers, and I have low levels. I don't even think that I should go and present myself in this. Screw it. I'm gonna go try and contribute anyway. If they don't want me, they could tell me no, and I'll sit by and be a spectator. Yep, we're a bunch of small fries. Compared to these guys over 100,000, we're sitting here around 60. It looks like we're just gonna be a spectator, as I mentioned. And after that initial loss, we got the message we were all a little bit underpowered for the battle. Now this lit a fire under me because no way are we gonna stand by during these battles. We're not just a farmer in the game, we're not a battler. I can't afford to go through this heartbreak again. We need to really work on our heroes and the heroes that we've been discussing that we are gonna make our focus. This is going to be the focus of this season and beyond. So cue the training montage. Yes! No! Nice. Let's go. Yes. Oh no. Now over the next few days, we're slowly picking up the pace, leveling up Lilia and Velen. We gradually started healing most of our wounded troops as well. As I said, it shouldn't take us too long. We're grinding hard for days as well to get our policies back to where they were and taking part in rallies, fighting against dark forts, and doing all the normal things we do inside the game for the daily grind. One of the best ways to level up your hero XP is to level up your dragon patrol, and that's exactly what we did. Looks like Roots of War is open again.
Let's see how long our troops last this time on the battlefield. All right, a few seconds.
So I mentioned that we grinded hard to get rid of all the mist. It looks like now we can go beyond the level 1 passes and we can start scouting our neighboring region, Sclaria. There's also another event coming up soon where we're gonna need to capture these frost giants, which is something new and fun. Lilia is finally over level 30 with a power of about 70,000, and we've healed up most of our wounded troops. All this happened since the beginning portion of this video when we started, so progress is happening. Moving forward, we're going to be taking on this frost giant, which is going to be a ton of fun. I'll be sure to share our experience with you right here. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on the journey, on the grind, and on the glory.